Gotta take out the trash. So, vlogging is a little like writing. You will eventually maybe be called to do this. I don't know if you always really choose it, but it kind of tugs at you. It feeds you words in your head. The person with their garage open over there. And then off you go. I was watching an interview last night about Stephen King, and it was a fairly long interview, and he talked about how it all gets started. Now, of course, he does it with his fingertips, and eventually it ends up either on a typewriter, word processor, or computer, and it's many words that amount. It starts with one word. And then it turns into a sentence. And then it turns into paragraphs and pages, chapters, and then a book. And then a second book. Vlogging starts with a word, or it starts with an image, and that starts to pile up. I guess you don't really have to use words, but you can. It's part of it. Every single word we say, basically, it can be turned into words. Now, I just woke up. That's a little method right there. I keep a vlog journal. It's back there. It's not in there. That's just a bunch of trash. I keep a vlog journal, and I would suggest to do the same as well. It's also a good protective thing too, because well, your day by day is for the whole world to see. Anything that happens to you, the whole world gets to see. So can it be also a form of protest? Sure. You can show people your day by day what's going on. I'm walking on a sidewalk right now. Regardless, anybody can do it. But if you're watching my channel, you're probably called to do a different type of vlog. You'll find your niche, N-I-C-H-E. And the niche is your own personal way of doing things. Now, when I first saw Jordan and the Woo, I thought, wow, you can actually become mega famous with this stuff. I thought that was cool. And then I heard an interview with Kevin Bacon, and the whole purpose of Kevin Bacon's career, the whole purpose of Kevin Bacon's career was he wanted to be rich and famous. But he had to go off and do theater and do all this other stuff with these working actors, as he called them. And then eventually his dream came true. So anyway, I'd always told my friend out in Round Rock is that your dreams become manifested. So, oh wow, I did that in 3 minutes and 53 seconds. Eventually, your dreams become real. If you keep dreaming, you put the thought to the word to the action, and the action will always suit the word. Quoting a little bit of Shakespeare, somewhere in there. Here we go. Well, just wanted to throw that out there. I was in the shower, I was about to go. Also, just to let you know, just ahead of time, I do leave my PayPal. I leave it in the descriptions always, and sometimes I do leave it on the actual. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a tongue one. To sit in solemn silence on a dull, dark dock in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. Anyway, I found out something cool. Linda's great-grandmother, or great-great-grandmother or something, was a news reporter. I was told in high school I should go to Yale from a journalist. I ended up going to the New School University, not too far from Yale, but that was in New York. Leave a comment. Later, during 9/11, way over there by the Wall Street district, when I was walking towards the buildings, a news reporter came up to me from Talk magazine, told me to head back from the terrorist attack. So I actually lived. But here's the thing. I only had a journal with me at that time. I had no cameras at all. Actually, I did have a camera, but you had to plug it in. It's a video camera, a mini VHS. You had to plug it in to the wall for it to work. So I didn't have this type of technology, which is amazing. So finally, when I realized it could be done relatively simply and in a very quick matter, I decided to go forward. So, food for friends. When it comes down to vlogging, it's pretty simple. You have the right to be honest. No one can tell you not to be honest. You can tell the whole world about what's going on with you. And no one can stop you because you have a First Amendment right. So the Constitution allows you to be honest, to be an honest person. So if someone wants to come up with you, if someone wants to approach you, or someone wants to mess with you and try to harm you in some way, and that's even in the workplace. And if they want to, try to boss you around and be mean, then you have the right to be honest. You have the right to speak out. I mean, I wish I could report a lot of these drivers because that guy just cut me off right over there. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say. Oh, there goes an airplane right here. I don't know if you're going to see it. I just saw the shadow. This should be the shadow of the airplane. Regardless, you can use your imagination. But that's what I'm saying. There goes the airplane. Advertise for that a-hole. Get some advertisement here in a second. Well, all right. Looks like I got another assignment for Food for Friends. Just to remind you, when you get interrupted with an order during the drop-off process, you want to immediately go to that restaurant first. It doesn't seem right. It's actually what you want to do. The reason why you want to go directly to the restaurant once you get an interruption order is because you don't know how far you're going to be out dropping off or delivering to another. You don't know how far out you're going to get. So let's say you pick up a Food for Friends order. You pick it up at that restaurant. Then you start to go to, I don't know, across town to drop it off. Let's say you get an interruption in the Food for Friends app and it says go directly to, I don't know, Burger King. Or, I don't know, Buc-ee's doesn't really do it, but they probably will. 7-Eleven does it. Anywhere, it doesn't really matter. You go directly to that restaurant before you drop off the other one. You think, oh no, I don't want to do that. The food might get cold. Nope, you go to that restaurant first. The reason why, unless it has a time. Oh yeah, you got to check the time. Yeah, you got to check the time on the interruption. If it looks like it's a lot of logistics. This is actually the job that this is, the work that this is in logistics. So go to a dictionary and look up the word logistics. It starts with an L-O-G, I-S-T-I-C, plural S, okay? Logistics. If the restaurant has it at, pick it up in 20 minutes, they're not going to give you a third. They're going to only give you 2 at a time. If they're giving you a third one, then I'm not familiar with that. But if that happens, then you want to go. That's why I'm going here rather than across town. Because I've done it before, and they give you like a warning. It's a pretty serious warning. They want you to go directly to that fast food place, and fast food especially. That's another way that'll kind of solve it in a general way. If you get an interruption, it's a fast food interruption, go to the fast food place immediately. Or what they'll do is they'll switch that order over, or they'll discipline you. It took me a while to learn that. There's not really an instruction manual, but that should probably be one of the main things, because if you don't, then that fast food can get cold. You got to stay on top of the fast food. So if you're going to, let's say, to point A to point B, and then there's an interruption and it says McDonald's or Burger King, you go straight to that Burger King first, and then worry about getting the pizza to the other place, or getting the Chinese food from the other place, whatever. I was at Chipotle, so you worry about getting the Chipotle to the other place later. It doesn't sound right because you're thinking, okay, their food is getting cold. Well, their food can get even colder quicker. And if you get one that interrupts you and it says go directly to the restaurant, then just go directly to the restaurant. Get the merchandise first and then move forward. Merchandise first. That cowboy has not moved for days and days and days. One thing they really need to do to help an actor make his own movie, because actors make their own movies, they need camera glasses so that you know, they're like Bluetooth that fit with your phone, and you can sit there and have glasses. So if you're looking at something, it sees what you're looking at. That way you have your external shots, you have, you know, I guess, whatever other shots that you need for you can use like a phone or a camera. And then all the shots that you want for point of view, you just use the glasses for the point of view shots. You know, the point of view. Although the phone is great, but it would be it would help with the extreme close-ups of activity, because we have two hands, well, we only have two hands, and sometimes it takes two hands to do something, right? And so for things that you want to film that takes two hands, you could have the glasses to help you with that. It'd be cool to have.